Okay, guys, good afternoon. Welcome to our class. Today is Monday, August 22. August 22nd. The month is over. Can you believe it? It's the end of August. Amazing, isn't it? This is the last week of the month. It's so
Yes,
crazy. I don't know. I think time is accelerated. I have this, isn't it? My goodness. The month just flew by like this. It's amazing how fast everything is happening. It's at the same time it's shocking because it's like we are in this time machine going to the future at high speed. We have no time to think. It's really crazy. But anyway, it's already August 22nd. It's Monday, 2022. And we are doing wide angle 3. And we are doing unit 7. So we are halfway through the book. Actually, we are past 50% already because we are doing unit 7. So we just have a few more units to finish. Okay. All right.
teacher.
So let's take. Sorry.
Você já corrigiu os
Sorry.
textos?
Come again. No, not yet, Rebecca. Not yet.
Ok, thank you.
No, I had no time. I had no time. Oh, sorry. I told you, time is
No problem.
flying. We have no chance to stop and breathe. It's, yeah, it is so crazy. We have no time for anything. I don't know, it's crazy. So I really haven't had the chance to stop and correct your tests, but I hope I can do it this week. All right? Hopefully. So today we are doing it at 7.2 and we are talking about the future. So exactly what we were saying in the beginning, right? The future. So let's take a look at the homework we asked you to do last week. Okay, let's see that. Oh, excuse me. Let's see what we did last class. All right, here we go. Okay, can you see that? So last week we started unit 7, okay, and we talked about predictions, future predictions in general. We saw collocations with get. We saw some words with more than one meaning. I don't know if you remember, but those words are on page 75 and 76. Let's check them out so you can remember that right here. Sorry, let me show you that. Okay, here we are. Look, here we have the collocations with the verb get, okay? Like get married, get engaged, get invited, get better, get injured, get wet, and get angry. And here we saw, of course, the verbs in the correct tense according to the sentence, okay? After that, we had this little reading skill here, which is about words with more than one meaning. So words like, um, we had the words like, for example, a noun like crash has 4 different meanings, okay? Like a car accident, or a loud noise, or a sudden fall in the valley of something, and a sudden computer failure. We could call it a crash. Okay. So 4 different meanings for the words. And then we discussed some examples here. Okay. So like the word see, last, faces, borders, and key. They all have multiple meanings. All right. So back to our page on Google Classroom. This is what we did last week on Monday. Then on Wednesday, we saw when texting goes wrong. Remember the autocomplete that we have in our cell phones, they usually leads to misunderstandings, right? So we saw those problems and also models of deduction. So when we guess the problem about something, oh, we make kind of we try to guess what happened, and then it varies from not so sure to absolutely sure, okay, about something. Let's see the examples there. Here was when texting goes wrong, and here we had the guessing parts. Do you remember, Rebecca, if we finished these exercises here? Do you remember if we did this exercise number 10?
Yeah, he did the number 10 and 11 too.
Oh, okay, awesome. So here we have, look, the models of deduction, right? So for example, Ted still hasn't replied to my text. Oh, his phone can't be switched off. I just left him a voicemail, and we agreed that it could also be the other one. Here we saw must. Okay, so we use can't and must when we are sure. Must is when we are sure in a positive way, and can't is when we are sure in a negative way. Okay, I mean not negative in terms of meaning, but that it can't be true, like we don't believe it's true. Okay, so that's the idea. And then here we have number 3. Let me just. Oh my God, I'm really sleepy today. Yes, we have, these aren't my headphones. Oh, they have to be someone else's then. Okay. And then we saw must, and finally must again. Just reviewing. Okay, guys, the same situation using modals of deduction. Just notice that these modals we are using are about the present, okay? We are making deductions about a present situation, all right? Okay, or a situation in the present. So we finished that. This is what we did last week, okay? To practice that, I asked you to do online practice unit 7.1 and also check the files we posted here. Yeah, there are 2 worksheets as well here, okay? So did you have a chance to do the worksheets, Rebecca? Yes or no? So if you have any questions about the worksheets, you let me know, okay? You just tell me. If there's something you don't understand, just send me a message, okay? So let's go to our class for today. Oh my God. All right. I'm so sorry about it. Um, let's take a look at the topics for today. We start our lesson today on page 79. Okay, so open your books to page 79, please. Let's go there. Yes, here we are. Changes ahead. Can you see that? Yep. All right. So, Rebecca, what can you see in the pictures?
The cars are flying.
Uh-huh. That's true.
And yeah,
Yeah, there is a drone here. It seems to be a drone, right? Or maybe another car coming in the other direction. But it's kind of futuristic, isn't it? Wow, where do you think this picture is from? I don't know. It looks like a game to me, doesn't it?
maybe a movie.
It doesn't look real. Sorry?
Maybe it's a movie.
Maybe it's a movie. Yeah, yeah, very good. I agree. Now, let's take a look at this other one here where it says hologram, a hologram. Imagine you're talking to a person and the person appears right there in front of you. So, would you like to have this experience?
I don't know.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know. I would be a little scared because it's too real and too science fiction, right? But it's possible, right? And what about this one here? What is this?
It's
Here they
a
say
hologram.
yeah, a medical pod. It's something they use for exams, probably, right? Thorough exams. So it's all too crazy. My God. Too many things. We can't even imagine what the future will be like. Do you have any idea, Rebecca, what the future will be like? Like, I don't know, 100 years from now? There have been so many videos about it. Let me see if I can get one that I saw, and it
Um, I
shows
don't know. Have have some
it's
things.
uh-huh. Some things are interesting, but others are not so good. I don't know. So let me try to share a video with you that shows more or less what the future will be like. So let me try to change the account here. Just a second. So here we have, there are lots of videos, right? But here we are going to see some predictions. And according to what they say, if everything goes right, this is what the world will be like. Okay, so let's take a look there. Let's check it out. It's a short video. Let me try to put the, yeah, okay.
The unknown that awaits us in the future can be unsettling. We're living in an era where our conditions, capabilities, and understandings are progressing so fast and in so many different directions, anything is possible. In essentially a blink of the eye, the entire world can change. With the way things are going right now, it can be easy to lose hope and become scared for humanity's future. But what use is this? If the future is uncertain, why choose fear over hope, wonder, and excitement? The things that await us may be good or may be bad, but all we can do is hope and strive for the best. And so, with this in mind, let's consider and imagine for a moment what in fact that could be.
Just a moment, Rebecca. I'm going to slow down a little bit because they are speaking very fast. It's like they are accelerated with the planet, right? So yes, we are going a little too fast, but we don't need to watch a video like this so fast, right? So let's try to reduce the speed a little bit so we can enjoy the video better. Okay.
The unknown that awaits us in the future can be unsettling. We're living in an era where our conditions, capabilities, and understandings are progressing so fast and in so many different directions, anything is possible. In essentially a blink of the eye, the entire world can change. With the way things are going right now, it can be easy to lose hope and become scared for humanity's future. But what use is this? If the future is uncertain, why choose fear over hope, wonder, and excitement? The things that await us may be good or may be bad, but all we can do is hope and strive for the best. And so, with this in mind, let's consider and imagine for a moment what in fact that could be. The following is a potential ideal rendering of the future. Based on current trends and predictions, it is arguably just as possible as it is not. It is a future that could very well become real while you are still alive. All it takes is one new little piece to tip an entire scale of reality. Now, put yourself in the shoes of your future self and imagine this. It is some amount of time in the future. You are planning out a vacation with some friends and family. You are deciding which location you would like to visit in our solar system. Similar to how you would a cruise ship, you are picking which space travel line you would like to go on, as well as what destinations you would like to stop at. Like tropical islands, there are planets that you can travel to where there are societies with economies thriving on tourism, research, and resource mining. Not only that, but these new other planetary settlements have allowed for the discovery of new sources of nutrients, fuel, and elements that are now integrated into our everyday lives. The massive practical value provided by these new resources means that the issues created by things like fuel emissions and power requirements here on Earth have been resolved. What was once known as global warming is now a lesson taught in history classes. With greater resources and limited energy restrictions, the rate of technological advancement has continued to compound, while the concern of artificial intelligence becoming uncontrollable has been properly dealt with. Government programs specializing in the research, understanding, and regulation of AI have been implemented. Like any other potentially threatening technology or weaponry, the proper regulations were put in place before it was too late. AI now integrates cohesively into human life in an increasingly symbiotic relationship. It has freed up much of the wasted time in researching and understanding complex issues. It has allowed us to answer questions we never thought to even ask, to innovate in directions we never knew existed, to live in ways we never thought were possible. At any given moment, new worlds of opportunity and understanding are uncovered. Life is never boring. There's so much to do, explore, and discover. Furthermore, technological automation has increased so much that humans no longer work trivial or laborious jobs. These jobs have since been replaced with new jobs that cater to a more ideal level of human skill set, capability, and interest. Work is now dependent on thinking imaginatively and innovatively. Rather than feeling depressed or imprisoned by work, you and everyone you will know from this moment forward experiences work as a means to an exciting life and a chance to connect with themselves as well as the collective. Education has been restructured to attend to this shift. School is no longer based on memorization of rigidly standardized curriculums. Instead, it is open, diverse, and practical to human life. It covers a greater range of topics and adopts emotional intelligence, mental health, career selection, and financial literacy as some of the new primary focuses, in addition to traditional subjects. Moving forward, all children will be properly equipped to utilize their intelligence in the most effective and rewarding ways. Racism, sexism, and other minority prejudices are no longer tangible. Opportunity, wealth, and success are no longer predicated by family heritage or appearance, but based on who people are as individuals and what they can do objectively. Those previously in poverty or underdeveloped societies are now in comfort and affluence. More opportunities for more people means more smart people, and more smart people means more innovations and discoveries, which means more people have been working on solving major problems while advancing technology works in parallel to execute the solutions. From a medical perspective, a newfound comprehensive understanding of the human genome now allows us to quickly eradicate diseases as well as ensure that newborn humans are born with optimal health. The relationship between human understanding and technological innovation has become so interwoven that evolution is now spilling over into new dimensions of interplanetary bionic life. Evolution is compounding at a 10x multiple. 10 years is like 100, 100 years is like 1,000, and so on. This, alongside developing anti-aging medical treatments, means you are aging at a dramatically reduced rate proportional to time. Because by the way, you're whatever age you are right now, plus about 100, give or take. Currently, you're on track to live a longer, healthier life than any conceivable age of the past. As a result, you will experience the most diverse, dynamic, and unique existence ever known to human. You and nearly everyone you know are happy with life, and it is not corny or weird to feel that way. For the first time known in history, the entire body of humanity is functioning together cohesively, like one big super machine. There is an underlying attitude that when everyone wins, the individual wins. Violence and war is minimized, and empathy and kindness grow stronger and stronger. Longer lifetimes, greater understandings of the universe and our role within it, and more time to focus on self-care and meaningful work all allow for a greater sense of self-purpose. We now recognize that life is simply what you make of it, that our purpose is merely to enjoy everything as best we can, while providing as much honest value to others along the way, so to ensure that everyone can do the same. Life is beautiful. Humanity is happy. Any conceivable heaven would fall short of this. Okay, now back to the present. That future just described is certainly optimistic, but between now and then, anything could happen. And if even a sliver of any of that comes to fruition, Imagine the possibility. The mere idea of the possibility is enrapturing. Perhaps some of it may seem far-fetched, and perhaps some of it is, because of course we took some creative liberty here. But if you were to write down everything you did and encountered today, and then could send it back 50 years in the past, I believe that whoever would read it would have the same skepticism about today's conditions. And if this is true, and someone 50 years ago would have been as skeptical and as excited about our current 2018 conditions, imagine how surprised you are going to be in 100. There's a lot to be excited about, and a lot to be hopeful for. Literally right now is like science fiction, let alone 50 or 100 years in the future. So enjoy yourself and believe in humanity. Any alternative is useless.
Thank you for watching. If you found enjoyment and value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And
Very nice, isn't it? Wow. It's so inspiring. I love watching these videos because they are very optimistic, and the text is really well written, and it makes us wonder really what life will be like in the future, but with hope, right? Not with questions or fear. So I like this channel because it uses positive thinking and it encourages you to have a positive attitude towards life. So it's very nice, isn't it? Did you see how many good things? Even AI, which is artificial intelligence, right? He said that AI and human beings will be like partners working together to improve our life condition here on Earth. And it will be so much better, even at schools, right? Do you see that? The whole school system will go through changes, and some new subjects will be um, instituted so that students can learn about mental health, preservation, environmental um, concerns. It will be completely and even much better than what we have now, right? So, what do you think of that? Yeah? Do you think it's interesting? Or do you think it's way too far-fetched? Do you think humanity is doomed to have wars and conflicts forever until the end? What do you think? What is your outlook of the future? Are you positive, optimistic, or pessimistic? Yeah, I am really optimistic. I'm trying to be. I think it's the best thing to do. Our planet needs positive energy because we're surrounded by so many problems and so many sick people that we need to really renovate our energy level and bring it to a point where we can um, pass it on just the way we think in terms of positive thinking, doing good, being good to humanity, that we could pass it on to the others so they can feel the same, right? And then we can have a better world where people understand and live in peace and cooperation. So this is my wish, but of course, we don't know, right? So let's take a look at activity number 1, okay? They say, look at the images. Is this how you imagine the future? Probably. Yeah, it's really hard to tell, right? I'm quite sure 50 years ago, we had no idea about the technology that we have today. I guess if we had a chance, if we had a chance back then of seeing the way we use cell phones nowadays, probably we would have freaked out. We would have said, oh, no way. People can talk on the phone and walk at the same time? It's impossible. But yeah, we can do it today. And it's so simple, right? So, yeah. And this is the same. Like, we can't even imagine life 50 years from now, especially in terms of technology, right? So this is what they invite us to do, right? So what is the focus of this lesson? They are talking about will and might for predictions. So these are modal verbs, okay? So pay attention to this. We use will or won't to make guesses or predictions about the future. Example, let me try to make it a little bigger. Not so good. Let me try to focus without using that tool. Let me try to focus more. Okay, here we go. So example, what will life be like in the future? So this is like a prediction, right? Because we don't have any clue. We have some idea, of course, because of all the research and the medical breakthroughs that we can see today. But yeah, things will be different, hopefully, for the better. We often use I think or I believe or I don't think or I don't believe to introduce a prediction. Example, I don't believe driverless cars will be popular. So sometimes when we use expressions like these, I don't think, I don't believe, or I think, I believe, we use the simple future, okay? Next, we can't use will plus, probably. Or we can say probably plus won't to make the prediction a little less certain. Example, people will probably live longer because we are not so sure, okay? Now the negative, there probably won't be 3D printed food. So this is a prediction in the negative. And look, probably comes before the modal verb, okay? And then when we want to show that we are sure or absolutely sure something will happen, we can use words like definitely, okay? Example, cities will definitely be much bigger. So we use the word definitely after the modal verb. Okay, so cities will definitely be much bigger. Here, we can also use might or might not to make predictions we are less sure about. Example, people might travel less in the future, or cars might not need drivers. So here we have affirmative and here negative. And in both situations, we are not so sure. It's just like a guess, right? So yeah, people might travel less in the future. Who knows? Okay. All right, let's practice a little bit. Write the phrases in the correct order to find 10 predictions. So here we have the first one. Look, we need to find the subject first, okay? So here, probably, yeah, the one in the middle. So we will use probably holograms to attend meetings without leaving home, okay? So let's write it down. I don't know, you may not have room in your book to write, but you can use a notebook, okay? I will try to register our answers here on this note, okay? So let me write it down here. Activity 2. Exercise number 1. Let's organize the sentences. So here it's a positive prediction, affirmative, right? We will use holograms to attend meetings without leaving home. I think it's possible because nowadays we use Google Meet to have classes, right? So why not holograms in the future? Yeah, it is possible. So instead of coming to class, imagine I will be able to, of course, not me, but the teacher will be able to see you here through a hologram. How nice. Or maybe when you go to college, are you already going to college? Not yet. So maybe when you go to college, you will be able to attend class using a hologram, right? How nice, isn't it? Yeah, it sounds exciting. Yeah, we can go places without actually going, right? So now the second one, how can we organize the second sentence? Where is the subject? Yes, here. Okay. Let me mark the subject here so you know where you should begin. Okay. So number 1, we will use holograms. Number 2, people will go. That's the subject and the verb. Okay. Subject and verb. So people will go where? To the moon and Mars on vacation. Okay, oh my God, really? So let's see that. Would you like to spend your vacations on the moon? All right, can be. Now, number 3. In 3D printed houses, we will live. 3D printed furniture and use. So where is the subject and the verb? Imagine, my God, this is so crazy. Here we are. Okay. So look, we will live in 3D printed houses and use 3D printed furniture. Do you think that's possible? Oh my God, that's really crazy. So let's go here, number 3. And use 3D printed furniture. Okay. Okay. All right. Maybe, right? It will be very easy to build a house, easy and fast. Imagine, oh, I want a house like this. Okay, just give me 20 minutes. And then they will print the house for you. Of course, it will not be that short a time to build a 3D printed house, but it will be something like that. And then you can remodel your house much faster. You don't need to hire those builders that take forever to do something. So, yeah, that sounds interesting. All right. So, number 4, where is the subject? Let's see. The subject and the verb. This one, I don't believe they say here. Okay, the subject is everyone. Okay, so let's highlight the subject and the verb. Okay, so here, everyone will eat 3D printed food they can download in minutes. Oh my God. Do you think that's possible, Rebecca?
Yes.
Yeah, do you think so? Oh my goodness. All right. So let's write it down. So everyone will eat 3D printed food. They can download in minutes. So let's. All right, number 5. Next one. Where is the subject here in number 5? Yeah, for sure. Medical pods. So, do you understand the meaning of medical pods? Here we have a picture of a medical pod. So a medical pod is like a station, like a medical station. You go in and the machines will examine you thoroughly, completely. So you don't need to go to, for example, Sergio Franco or Bronstein to have blood samples taken or anything. Because when you go to this kind of pod, medical pod, they will examine everything, including blood samples, right? So everything will be more efficient and more accurate. Okay? And this, as you can see, also includes MRI, magnetic resonance. Okay, so you can also have better images of your inner organs when you go into those machines. So they will be able to diagnose diseases much better than now. Okay, that's a medical pod. So medical pods will help to provide very accurate health information. Okay? So let's write it down. Very accurate health information. Okay, there you go. Number 6. What is the prediction? And where is the subject? Yeah, this one I believe. This one I believe. There will be giant skyscrapers, the size of entire cities. So, what are skyscrapers? Do you know? So, a skyscraper, Rebecca, is a very high building, right? It's a building that is similar to the ones we have in Dubai. I don't know if you remember. Yeah, in Dubai, there are some very tall buildings there. And that is a skyscraper because it touches the sky, kind of, right? It's so high that they can touch the sky. So that's why we call skyscraper, right? Here it's the plural, all right? So there will be giant skyscrapers the size of entire cities. They will not only be tall, but they will be big inside. So similar to a city. I guess we already have those, right? So Now, number 7, let's go there. The subject. So here in number 6, the subject is actually there plus the verb to be. So here, there will be giant skyscrapers the size of entire cities. Now, number 7, the subject is subject plus verb, right? People will live. Gosh, look at that. People will live in huge underground buildings up to 25 levels deep. That's crazy, isn't it? It sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But it may be a reality, okay? So let's write it down. Up to 25 levels deep. So imagine, it's like living underground, okay? My goodness. And then number 8, where is the subject? Here, huge underwater, okay? So here, actually the subject is this, huge underwater cities, okay? Imagine, wow. So the sequence is huge underwater cities will be built in the oceans. Wow. Can you imagine living deep in the ocean? Yeah, that's not so easy, right? But if they have oxygen for everybody and sustainable life, why not, right? So let's put there. Huge means very big, okay? In the oceans. All right, now number 9. Where is the subject? Yes, personal flying drones. Good. So let's highlight that. Okay, so according to the prediction here, they say personal flying drones will replace cars. Wow. We already have drones, but replacing cars? Maybe. Yeah. I think I've seen something about it on TV the other day. Yeah, some crazy guys are already building those drones that you can actually fly on. But, well, I don't know. Anything is possible, right? So personal flying drones will replace cars. And the last one, where is the subject? Good. This, I believe, most people will live to be over 100 years old. That is something I believe. Okay. More people will live over 100. Nowadays, we already have people who are 100 or even over 100, and they are okay. But I guess in the future, it will be more and more common. Okay, so great predictions, aren't they? Okay, having done that, let's check the answers. I'm quite sure our answers are okay, but just to check, okay, you have the predictions there, and it's even easier for you to take a picture. So this is a very good example for a project presentation, okay? If you decide to present something about Unit 7, here we have the sentences, okay? All right, people. Yes, good. So, yeah, these are very nice predictions. Hopefully, some of them will come true, right? Let's move on to the next page. Here we go. Now we're going to practice, sorry, Rebecca, we're going to practice using will or won't, might or might not to complete the sentences. So let's take a look. If you ask me, people be able to travel back in time. That's impossible. So what do you think? If you ask me, people be able to travel back in time. That's impossible. So this is like a statement, right? The person is affirming. So here, probably the person is saying people won't be able to travel back in time because that's impossible, right? Now, next one. I agree. And I don't think people when we use I think or I don't think, we usually use the simple future, will or won't, okay? So here, I don't think people will live on other planets either, okay? Next one. Oh, really? I'm not sure. So here, look, I'm not sure. So it gives you a tip to use might, okay? So we might have a choice, you know. What do you mean? Well, there are more and more people in the world. One day we definitely have a problem. So when we use the word definitely, it indicates we should use the simple future, okay? So one day we will definitely have a problem, okay? So we need to find somewhere for everyone to live. So here it's another positive prediction because she affirms with a lot of certainty that one day we will have a problem of overpopulation. So we will need to find somewhere for everyone to live. Number 6, yes, but that be on another planet. It's too difficult. So here the person doesn't believe it's possible to live in other planets. So, but that won't be on another planet. Okay? It's too difficult. We will probably live on the water. Okay? Now, maybe, but you never know. Space travel will become more common than you think, or might become, because here the person is using the word maybe. Look, maybe, but you never know. Space travel might become more common. It makes more sense taking into account the words that letter A is using, okay? So we can use that, might, okay? So let's check the answers. Yay, we missed only one here. So when the person here says, oh, really? I'm not sure. We might not have a choice, you know? So here, they must be using a negative form of might. So let's check it out. Instead of positive, they might say negative, okay? So, because here they are discussing, oh, I don't think people will live on other planets either. Then, oh, really? I'm not sure. We might not have a choice. Sorry, we might not have a choice, you know. So maybe it will be necessary. Okay? I hope not, but okay, Rebequinha. So everything else correct. Okay. All right. So here it's just a discussion. Okay. Which of the 10 predictions from exercise number 2 do you think will come true? Here we have some examples, okay, on how to approach this question. I don't think people will eat
Teacher,
3D food. Yes, go
você
ahead,
pode subir um
Rebecca.
pouquinho, por favor? A número 3 de novo?
Sorry?
Você pode mostrar a número 3 de novo, por favor?
Yeah, sure. The predictions. Yeah, here, look.
No, the exercise number 3.
Okay,
Thank
here.
you. Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
Okay, can you see? You know,
All right, thank you.
all right. And there
Yeah,
is more here.
eu
It
já fiz
goes
esse,
until
se eu não
here.
tinha conseguido acompanhar hoje de cima.
Okay, good. All right. Mhm. Good. Now, this question here is about the predictions from exercise number 2, okay? So, which of the 10 predictions from exercise number 2 do you think will come true? So now it's from this exercise here, okay? Which one do you think will come true? I believe number 5 will come true. Yeah, I really believe medical bots will help to provide very accurate health information. It will be expensive, but it will be possible. Number 6, I also believe. Maybe number 7. Don't know. And I believe number 10 will come true. Okay, do you agree, Rebecca? Do you think this will be possible? Yeah? All right. Okay. So here, just for us to finish, right, we are going to see the final part here, number 7. We have some collocations that we use with these words, okay? So complete the collocations with the words and phrases in the box. So let's take a look there. So here, seriously, something. Doubt. That's the best combination. So you seriously doubt something when you don't believe something is true, okay? Next one, examine the
Evidence.
evidence. Yeah. Number 3. As far as, yes, as far as I know. As far as I know, it's an expression. It means até onde eu sei, okay? As far as I know. Number 4, make an accurate, okay? Make an accurate prediction, okay? So to make an accurate prediction is the same as fazer uma previsão exata, correta, okay? So make an accurate prediction. Number 5, know for certain. And number 6, be confident that something is true, okay? So checking the answers. Yeah, here we are. Okay. And then here we have some exercises about how technology will change our lives. And we can just check out the answers. Look, we're just leaving. Let's just do this one. It's very quick. Bill Gates said, we don't have the option of turning away from the future. No one gets to vote on whether technology is going to change our lives. While no one knows for certain what the future will bring, technology will definitely cause change. But how? Answer the questions to share your vision of the future. So, what do you think? We probably won't vacation in space, will vacation in space, or won't vacation in space. This is your personal opinion.
Want.
I don't know. I don't believe we will. Yeah, I don't believe we will vacation in space, so I would choose this one here. Won't. Okay. Next one. Robot doctors.
Might.
I would say might be better or might be better. Yeah. I'm not so sure. Okay. Number 3, spaceships or flying cars.
I will.
Will. Okay. Will replace cars. Number 4, we.
And will.
Yeah, here if we put will, it will not match because we have the word anymore. So
Want.
I think won't. Or probably won't is also possible. Okay. Number 5.
Will.
We will. Yes. I believe so too. Which prediction do you doubt the most? Why?
What is down but?
Doubt. In this word, Rebecca, doubt, we do not
Okay.
pronounce the
Down.
B. Okay? The letter B here is silent.
Doubt.
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 Doubt. Nessa palavra doubt, a gente não pronuncia a
Ok.
letra B. A gente ignora. Então fica doubt. Então, which prediction do you doubt the most? Então, qual previsão você duvida mais? Ou seja, você tem mais
The number
dúvida.
1.
Okay? Number 1. Yes?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Me too. Which prediction are you most confident about? Agora é o oposto. Qual previsão você está mais
Number 2.
confiante sobre? Okay. Okay. All right. I also think number 3 will happen. Not replace entirely, but yeah, I think we will have personal flying drones. All right, Rebecca, look at this picture. This is what personal flying drones look like. All right, so this is enough for today. Let's see what we learned today, Rebecca. Today we talked about changes ahead, future predictions, and we learned how to make predictions using will, won't, might, or might not, right? When we are not so sure. We also learned how to use the word definitely when we are sure, and probably when we are not so sure, okay? If we use probably in affirmative sentences, we use probably after will, after the modal verb. But when it's probably in a negative sentence, we use probably before the modal verb won't. Okay, so probably won't. And then here we have our homework. So you can do online practice, unit 7.2, the grammar, okay? And take a look at the files we posted here. They will help you practice the things we learned today, okay? All right, Rebequinha, so I'll meet you again on Wednesday, and then we will finish this part of Unit 7, okay?
Okay.
So let me take a final picture before we go. All right, and I hope I'll have the results by Wednesday, let's see, okay? So, bye, take care, see you,
Don't
bye-bye.
worry about this.
All right, thank you, bye.